I'd like to welcome you all back to Humble City Grill. The show I talk about things that I like, things I don't like, things I know, things I think I know, whatever else happened to cross my mind. Like always, if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification. That way, whenever I drop another video, you can get that alert. That way, you can keep up with the content that's being dropped as they come and as I put them out there. Go ahead, hit the like button, leave comments, let me know what you think about it. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Holiday seasons. Here we are. Not too big of a holiday guy, don't really be off to it too much, but I played a role, got dealing with kids and things of that nature, and then certain, family and friends they may, so I don't do the Scrooge thing to them too much, kind of tuck my Grinch, away a little bit, but it be there, my inner Grinch be there, but, I get with the program, I roll with it, but what I can say about the holiday season, there are things that happen where I'm not like that big of a Grinch, I'm not that type of, person where I'm ball humbugging all day like that. There are parts of the holiday season that I do like, more so than not anything above, family. That's pretty much, the family aspect of it. There's nothing else that I like about it. Just pretty much just the family aspect of it. I just seen something, and all right, let me set the stage before I get into the story of what, amazing. So, of course, I'm married, I have 3 children, 2 are stepchildren, one's biological. My biological child does not live with me, she stays with her mother and her stepdad. And I, here with my wife, we raised 2 kids, their father still in the picture, her ex-husband. So, we all, I would say, pretty much all have, for our different dynamics, we all have a cordial relationship. There's no rifts currently. Everybody pretty much, on the grown-up stuff. We got past, a few things, and some things we just put aside. Of course, early on in these different relationships, there was, turmoil and things of that nature. But as time went by, we all tend to find our space, as adults. And, some of it comes from, minimizing, interactions, but respecting each other's space. And when it comes time to interact, respecting, each person's individuality. So to that effect, I recall, it was one time, me and my stepdaughter, her father, them talking, and we talk. We've been at different events, birthday parties, graduations and funerals, and things of that nature, all types of different things. We're cool. Like I said, those whatever the turmoils of the past are the past. We got older. We definitely getting way older. And but recently, some months ago, that we had a conversation. We was talking about some things that was going on with our daughter, and he said some things to me during that conversation that was like, some things that hadn't been said over years and years and years and years of us, being acquainted and being, a part of each other's lives. And it was like, and it was some, words of encouragement type stuff. It was some, real man stuff, not to get off into what our conversation was, but, because it was a long conversation, but long and short of it was, an appreciation, me, being the guy that he met, being who I am, as we know in this world, people can, women can meet guys and you know, initially every time a guy meets a woman, initially, you know, thinking, yeah, we just there for the fun and whatever. But at certain points, you have to realize what all comes with being with this woman, especially if that's what that woman is looking for as well. So, the conversation basically, was, hinting towards me just being a good dude to the mother of his child as well as the children, and so that was the conversation, and it was like, man, appreciate it, I'm like, hey man, it's how it's supposed to be, and whatever, whatever you need, I got you, he said the same thing, and we were just, the conversation was that, it was just that, this acknowledgement of it, right? Which then puts you in that space, puts me in the space at least, to where I, on the other end, I have like I said, my daughter lives with, her mother and her stepfather, which is her husband, her mother's husband. And I can't recall if the last time that I had that type of conversation. I may have hinted or said some things to him in that regard, as far as appreciation, but this is definitely long overdue. Because there's no amount of money, there's no gift that I can give that man for, being a father to my daughter as well, over the last 20 plus years, there's nothing, there's no words I can say, the thing is, it just has to be said. So I know that I have to step up and, acknowledge that, because he recognized the assignment, as he met my daughter's mother, and they flourished, and, I could not have hoped for a better man to enter my daughter's life. With that being said, I seen something on the ground and touched my heart, my mind. Of course, my mind got to go. My spirit and my soul. What I just described to you is of the norm. It's not uncommon. It's the life. It's part of life. Some folks, can work things out and keep their whole family intact and keep it going. Some folks don't even try. Some folks, it's a struggle. Some folks fight hard and then lose in the end, or just can't achieve that particular goal and have to find other ways to, make their story a good story, or but it's common, And so, what I seen was you can tell, like, okay, you got the biological father / ex-husband. I'm not sure how that dynamic worked, but he comes over to the house on Christmas, probably dropping gifts off or whatnot. I'm not sure if this was a whole where they kind of had a family interaction, but what he did in this video, he showed appreciation to his ex-wife's current husband. He spoke to him, about, him stepping up, being a man, and helping, with, his kids, and, helping raise his kids, being a good example, and things of that nature. And it was like, it brought me to a space like that's something that I'm long overdue with saying. I should be saying that a whole lot more. But when I seen it, I'm like, wow, that's good. It got me to thinking, and I'm like, I need to get on things. Right? So the other part of it, as he's doing it, and it's funny because it's kind of like, they have a public speaking class for a reason. Some people are natural and they can go ahead and just go bow, 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 say things. And some people, we struggle. Sometimes I'm good at it. Sometimes I struggle with it. So you tell my man's, my man's was really, really, he was digging deep. It was definitely, it was heartfelt. You could tell it was coming from his heart. He was struggling to get them words out a little bit, and then, you were a man, so you trying to, try to keep that game face going, and but he was, acknowledging that man, thanking that man for being, a stand-up guy, for being a man of integrity, being a father figure, being a role model, being a man of standing on, strong morals. And all the while he's saying this, he has a box behind his back. And eventually, to take the long out of the short story, he gifted that man something. He gave him a Christmas gift. And it's like, wow. I've never thought about, ever giving, the mother of my child's husband a gift, for Christmas. I never expected a gift of Christmas from my wife's ex-husband. And, immediately my mind, because, I have that type of mind, comes with stressful stuff going on. So you instantly can think of the negative things. And then my mind went to the negative spots, but that's just because that's part of me. I could always just think from other perspectives before I settle in on what I finally want to think of something. So, it's natural. It's natural to think negative and positive. Those are part of life. Chaos, order. And, he presented the man a gift, saying thank you. So whether that was the first gift he ever bought the man, if it's something they traditionally do and they just so happen to think like, not too many people do this, let's record it and show the world, maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I'm not sure how that went. But, what y'all think about that though? I pose that as to say, like, I don't understand. I'm speaking from the special level, marriage or long relationships, not whereas last year's boyfriend, the boyfriend in 2018, the boyfriend in 2016, the boyfriend in 2014. No, I ain't talking about. Talk about the grown-up space. The grown-up space. Granted, now if you happen to be with a woman who have multiple baby fathers, I don't know how you want to work that out. They all doing, what they are doing, and then you're taking care of everything, and I don't know whether you want to expect anything from that. But what I'm talking about is those particular relationships, whereas there's a co-parenting, if you would say, involved. What do y'all think about that though? Women, would you buy your ex-husband's wife a gift of appreciation, for whatever, for the good that she has done and brought towards your family, as into me and you already know the question I ask you, would you buy your ex-wife, husband something, gift as appreciation, as far as, and this is really talking about maintaining a dynamic that comes with a lot of maintenance, once we create children and our relationships don't work initially, and then we're moving forward, and our the trajectory has now changed. It's a lot of maintenance in that. So that dynamic is very delicate and it's sacred. It's something that we should keep hold of. But like, would anybody feel like he went too far? as the receiving party, would you accept it? Would you be too prideful to accept it? I mean, I know a lot of dudes, and then I can't even say it. Women feel the same way sometimes too. I know some, man, man, I'm cool, man, man, I don't want that, man. It's cool, And as you should kind of humble yourself, and be like, oh, no, bro, you ain't got it. But, once it's given, it's given. Would you really accept it? Would you flip the goddamn table or some like, man, I don't want this, who you think, and especially when we're talking about said item is some clothing, or something that you wear. So a lot of times people would think, depending on what it is and who would give something, maybe fuck it. But man's gave him some cool gray 11s for Christmas. Gave him some cool gray 11s for Christmas. The ex-husband / baby daddy gave current husband a pair of cool gray 11s for Christmas. Now, those of us in the sneaker community, and those who are not in the sneaker community, we all know how hard it is to come by some of these shoes these days. I feel like I should put that out there. Had to put the shoe up there. See what's, get some things trickling in the brain. People know those shoes are pretty hard to come by. Probably was a conversation, maybe, and that kind of, that might make you feel kind of funny inside too. Like, hey, Darren, he been trying to get them cool grades. Where you get your, oh man, most people, da-da-da. Yeah, he been trying to get them, but he missed. Yeah. And then he thought about, he can't get them. I got it. Wow. It's like, how he know I want these cool grades? That may be what Darren is saying. And Joe, like, she told me, and then, you know how those situations, Darren can be like, you talk to Joe about me, telling him what I want. It could be anything like that, right? However, as hard as the shoe is to come by, and not to say it's super hard, but to come by as far as, decent price. Some people got price points that they're not going to go above for said shoe, right? However, when my man's opened that box, he seen him, you could tell he kind of had that, God damn it. Darren had that, God damn it. He did. Darren was probably expecting, a hoodie or something, or a shirt or something like that, or anything, probably was, expecting a gift card shit, something just other, something that you just look at like, man, okay. But when them cool grays, when he opened that box and seen the goddamn gray box, when he opened the gift, seen the gray box, then opened it and seen that what was in the gray box was those gray shoes. I'm quite sure some things got to going through Darren's mind, like, this nigga, what the? And at the same time, Joe might be looking like, yeah. And I know one of the things that went through Darren's mind and Joe's mind, possibly, no, it just did regardless. Now, whether they act on these particular things, that's the whole thing people understand. Everything runs through your mind, negative, positive. It's just a matter of what you act on, right? So nigga Darren probably thought like, I'm not wearing this shit. This nigga's not about to be telling everybody, yeah, them cool grades he got on right there. They're the ones I bought right there. That went through Darren's mind. This just is what it is. And I know some people are like, well, you should think. It's the act. You think everything. So Darren's probably thinking that. Now, Darren, understanding what they got going on in the dynamics of the relationship. If anything, probably like, fuck that shit. I'm wearing these shoes regardless. Okay, he can say whatever the hell he want to say. I've been wearing these shoes, and now I got the shoes. Thank you, my nigga. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wearing the shoes. Joe, on the other hand, probably like, yeah, you gonna recognize my gangster. I'm a thug, nigga. Wear them shoes. And then, all those things probably say in his head. But at the same time, he probably just like, man, hey, understanding and respecting that dynamic, if which can at a moment, he understood the value of it, and it was like that was something that was definitely not enough for everything that Darren did, as far as helping raise his kids and stuff, but it was a fair deal, but it was just cool and watching. I'm like, wow, I wonder how many people do that. Like, how many people, are willing to purchase, a gift for their ex's current spouse. How many of y'all would do that? Which one of y'all would do that? Does anyone have a problem with it? Should it be more commonplace? I'm sure Joe wasn't the first to give, and Darren wasn't the first to receive a gift from, an ex to an ex, or ex to a current, however way you want. Yeah, ex to a current. That was dope to me, though. I liked it, though. I'm not sure whether, I'm about to, be, making it commonplace for myself, but I have to start somewhere. I know I haven't showed any appreciation, haven't said thank you in a while, so for that, thank you, bro. Be reaching out to you soon, and as far as the receiving, I ain't expecting nothing, so that's just me and the holiday spirit, but mooch, size 10.5, bro. Without further ado, if you like the content, of course, go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can get updates on new content being dropped. Leave those comments, hit that like button. Homo City Real. Holla at y'all later.